Hello everyone. This video is going to provide you with an outline of some of the changes that have occurred with the new update to PowerSchool Admin. For those of you that use PowerSchool Admin, you're going to notice a brand new visual layout when you first sign in. When you do sign in, you're going to see this introducing the new PowerSchool SIS experience, and I think you'll love it. You can click Learn More. It'll open up a new tab and take you to the very granulated training sessions for each section on how to navigate and interface with the program. You can click the X and that will get rid of that banner for good. Continuing on this top section, we're going to go up a little bit further and we can see that we have the little yield sign that's going to tell you who has logged into your account last. It tells you when and what time. Then you've got your print for printing reports. You've got the question mark for help. And then you've got your initials for your settings. In addition to that, on the top section, if you click the drop down, if you have multiple school access, it's a little bit better on the eyes to figure out what school you're going to be using. It's a little darker with the graded number codes shaded in gray. And then on the right hand of that, where you can pick the year, it's really cool because you can now see in the middle school, you can select by trimester, you can select by quarter. At the high school, you can select by semester. And then in the grammar school, you'd be able to, grammar school and GHR, as I'll show you, you'll be able to select by trimester as well. So just new search functions for what you're looking in for your years and your time periods. I'm gonna go back to the middle school. The biggest change has come in this little visual layout on the right, and then of course the searching. So I'm gonna go over those two very quickly here. On the right-hand side, you'll see this quick data, and there are two graphs, one for attendance taken and one for incident count. We don't use incident count in the district, and attendance taken may not be useful to everyone. So if you don't want to have these and give yourself more desktop real estate, you can click the little gear and uncheck each of those icons, and they will disappear and give you more desktop layout. As I mentioned, the start page, when it comes up, it's a different appearance. You don't see students, staff, and contacts any longer. You see students and all, and these are both drop downs. So if I click students, I'm going to get a drop down section that allows me to switch between students, staff, and contacts. So under students, I have the grade levels, the gender, or all students. And I also have this selection where I can include remote enrollments if I'm using that remote enrollment alert tab. In addition to that, your stored and searches and selections are still there, as well as your active field list and your advanced features. But this all is now a new tab. If you click that, you'll see a drop down for searching students by last name, first name, student number, state student number, grade level, gender, or date of birth. So some of those features may work better for you depending upon what you're searching for. If I click and change it to staff, you'll notice that switch to teacher, staff, just like it did in the previous years when you picked the previous versions, when you picked the staff tab on the top. And then when I pick on contacts, I'm going to get a different selection as well. So I can look at status of either all active or inactive, an access status, no access, has active access account, and has an inactive access account. I leave these set to all because there are times where I'm trying to locate multiple contacts that have been listed by parents who have registered multiple times, and we need to consolidate those. So just a piece of information there. And then you can see you can sort or search by first name, last name, street address. One I use quite often is email. Just a great way to search, a lot easier layout instead of having to pick things from a big box up on the top of the screen. So I'm going to go back to students, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and say I want to search 7th graders. So now down here under selection, I'm searching 7th graders, grade 7. And because I know that student's name, I'm just going to go ahead and type it in the search field. So I'm going to start typing, and I see a little minus sign. So I don't need to have that student in here. So if I click the minus, it's going to let me remove that student. Plus adds them back in. If I want to clear it, I click clear all, and that gets rid of all my search selections. If I want to search for a specific student, I can type their name, and then I click plus to add it to my student list for my current student selection. If I want to add another name, I can simply go ahead and type the beginning of their last name, and then select that student by clicking the plus next to their name to add them to my list. I want to look at my selections. It says that I've added 2. If I click that X, it's going to get rid of my student selection. If I clear all, it's going to get rid of my student selection. If I go back up here and I start typing that student name again, click the minus sign and remove them from the list. So this is a really great new interactive way of searching for students. In addition to the new search functions, on the left-hand side of the screen, PowerSchool has gone ahead and found through feedback that there are specific tabs that took 2 to 3 clicks to get to. So they've moved some of those tabs over to the left-hand side, so it's a single click. One specific, or actually 2 specific that are over here, are creating staff and creating contact. I know in our HR department, they create staff frequently, so that one is for them. And then create contact is for school building administrators who need to add a contact for a student if that case comes up. The final feature is for those staff members in buildings that work with students who are in the offices where students may come to school late or they arrive late. This might be useful mostly for students in the 612 where they're given passes late to class. So I'm going to show you how this works. If a student comes in late, we can go ahead and enter their name. We'll go to that student screen. Once you're on that student screen, you can scroll down and you will find their attendance. So I'm going to look for this week. I'll select the week and I'm going to see that I see their schedule. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I select absent because they just came in. It's 1:20. So I'm going to go ahead and say that they were absent excused, absent excused, absent excused. It's 1:20, so I'm going to put absent excused. They came in late, so I'm going to actually select tardy for this one. So I'm going to pick tardy excused. And you can only do this on the day that the incident is occurring. So this is occurring today, the 8th of December. So that's the only one that I can. So it says print admin slip for today. So I'm going to click that little checkbox. I'm going to go ahead and I already marked my attendance. So I mark all my attendance. I click the checkbox and now I'm going to click submit. Once I click submit, it's going to process the attendance for that student. And then it's going to give me this admit slip, which can then be printed and given to the student so they can enter class. And you'll notice it gives me the attendance codes for those classes. They could be initialed off by the teacher. The parent or teacher can sign off on this to send them to class. So that is a new feature in PowerSchool admin for anyone working in the school offices to utilize if they find that necessary. Well, I think this video has run its course, and I hope that these new features are going to be useful to you. As always, please let me know if you have any questions. You can contact me at jspivey@coventryct.org, or please feel free to put in a ticket through our Coventry help ticket system. Thank you and have a great day.